This Christmas night, on alert. U.S. spy planes reportedly flying over North Korea after the country's leader promised a Christmas surprise. What President Trump now says about the threat. In need of a miracle. The head of Notre Dame admits there's only a 50% chance the cathedral survives after this year's devastating fire. For the first time in centuries, it could not host Christmas Mass.
Good afternoon from New York. We're coming on the air with breaking news, very sad news to tell the sports world. The LA Times is reporting that retired Los Angeles Lakers basketball star Kobe Bryant has been killed in a helicopter crash. It happened this morning. The chopper reportedly went down just before 10 a.m. local time, according to the fire department out there in Calabasas, California. That's northwest of Los Angeles. You can see the picture there. It burst into flames on impact, starting a nearby brush fire. The 41-year-old Kobe Bryant was reportedly traveling with 4 others in that aircraft, in that helicopter. The LA County Fire Department saying all 5 people perished in the crash. At the time of the accident, there were foggy conditions in that area that may have diminished visibility. Bryant leaves behind a
So I should have been.
Black Mama doesn't end. Heroes come and go.
But legends are forever.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Kobe System.
Black Mama doesn't end. Heroes come and go.
But legends are forever.
Community shattered as more details emerge of the youngest victim of the horrific attack in Waukesha. 8-year-old Jackson Sparks was marching in the parade with his baseball team Sunday when red SUV came plowing through. Jackson undergoing emergency brain surgery but passing away on Tuesday. The family calling it a tremendous loss. His 12-year-old brother still in the hospital, along with at least 10 other kids, many still fighting for their lives.
Need a little help?
Oh, don't you worry, my love. This year, nothing's stopping me.
Must be evacuated now. All buildings in this area must be evacuated now. All buildings in this area must be evacuated now. If you can hear this message, evacuate now. If you can hear this message, evacuate now.
And then there is the aftermath. It's just absolutely chilling. It's like, it is like something you'd see out of a movie. And it's happened on Christmas Day in downtown Nashville, a very official sounding recording, Phil.
This shows us once again that if we want to control the epidemic here in the UK, and if we want to avoid new restrictions on our daily lives, we must all get vaccinated as soon as we are eligible.
We'll be assessing in the coming days whether, on the basis of current and projected vaccination uptake rates, we are now in a position to amend the scheme so that, in addition to showing evidence of vaccination to access a venue, there will also be the option of providing evidence of a recent negative test result. That is already a feature, of course, of many other countries' certification schemes. We're also considering whether an expansion of the scheme to cover more settings would be justified and prudent, given the current state of the pandemic. Again, let me stress that we have not at this stage taken a decision to extend the reach of the scheme. However, to allow us to engage openly with businesses in the coming days about the pros, cons and practicalities, I can confirm that the kinds of settings that might be in scope would be indoor cinemas, theatres and some other licensed and hospitality premises.
Red alert in Germany. Intensive care staff at this Bavarian hospital lit the wards red to warn Germans of the threat from COVID amid its worst wave of infection so far. The government has announced a ban on the unvaccinated entering bars, restaurants and non-essential shops.
This is the situation we are confronted with, and it's also clear what we need to achieve first. Those who have not been vaccinated yet need to do so.
And they could go further, with plans for vaccination to be made mandatory as early as February next year.
Well, let's begin in Austria. Tens of thousands of people protested in the capital, Vienna, in response to this new lockdown and in response to plans that will make vaccination a legal requirement from February next year.
The New York City mayor just today says he's requiring everybody. He means if they had a public sector vaccine mandate in place, but he says now private employers by the middle of December need to start getting everybody vaccinated.
Like the founders, I believe our Constitution is as big and as grand and as great as its people. Our constitutional journey did not stop with women being barred from being lawyers, with 10-year-olds working in coal mines, or black kids forced into different schools than white kids. Just because the Constitution, in the Constitution, nowhere does it mention sex discrimination, child labor, segregation. It doesn't mention it. Our constitutional journey did not stop then, and it must not stop now, Judge. And we'll be faced with equally consequential decisions in the 21st century. Can a microscopic tag be implanted in a person's body to track his every movement? There's actual discussion about that. You will rule on that. Mark my words before your tenure is over.